Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 24 of Europa Universalis IV as France. In the last video we declared war on Brittany. They were my ally, but normally by this point in the game as France I would have either taken them over via war or diplomatically vassalised them. The problem we had is that in a war quite some time ago now they actually managed to take Maine and Anjou from Provence, which meant they ended up with a much higher tax base, and that kind of screwed us over in the long run because it meant that we didn't have enough of a tax base to be able to deal with them. We can see that we've got Austria moving in. They're probably trying to move in to Ile-de-France, so we are going to have to deal with that. I want my mercenary army, which I appreciate doesn't have a leader, but we need to go over here and try and kill these guys. They are going to try and force march in. I should be able to catch them. I'm going to start moving my other armies forwards. Hopefully we can catch Austria out here. We should be able to... No, they're actually trying to move in because they want to attack our main army over here in Brittany. That's fine. I've got lots of units around. I didn't expect we were actually going to land on them there. So we're actually going to get the... Oh, no, there's no river crossing penalty. That's fine. 10 peasant regiments... let's get that right. 10 peasant regiments rise up in Barol, which isn't fantastic. Could have done without that. Let's detach a siege with the mercenaries. And then we will chase down the rest of that stack, and hopefully we can wipe them out. Not sure how far they're going to go. We'll probably end up chasing them all the way through. We've actually managed to siege out Anjou, so let's move you guys in, and you can go and get involved with that fight. In fact, Austria are actually retreating there. Let's go ahead and group this army up. We'll move over here. We'll see if we can deal with the... peasants. Unfortunately, we won't manage to catch Brittany out here. Colony is now self-sustaining. That is fantastic. So while we've got this war going on, just to make life a little bit more interesting, what we want to do is we need to colonize Havana. So we're going to go... Oh, tax base of 6. Yeah, we're definitely going to colonize Havana. We also need to make sure now that we pick up somebody. So one of these will be... Chisadek is still being colonized. This place is now a legit province, so we'll move you in here and then we'll take you down and put you down in Havana. So we are going to be colonizing in 2 different places, but I think we'll manage. It'll be fine. Let's get you down and over here. What have we got here? We've got... Why do we have this random heavy? We've got 1 random heavy ship here. Well, we can afford it. Let's just go ahead and move you. We could actually move this blockade around, and in fact, can we actually do that? Can we get some blockades going? It would certainly make it a lot quicker and easier to... Yeah, we don't have enough to detach a blockade there. That's fine. Oh, wow. Brittany actually brought their ships out. Well, that's fine. We'll catch them here. That's not a problem at all. So lots of micromanagement now. We should have this guy. He has arrived. So you are going to get on the ship. The ship is going to hopefully, without sinking itself because of attrition, go and land you in Havana. We've beaten the peasants. That is good. Won another siege. Let's go back to the mainland. So we can start to move our armies now over this way, because that puts us in a... Right, let's split this army up because you're a little bit too big. I'm not too sure where Brittany are actually going. You're heading back towards us, so we need to keep our eye out for Austria's army. We don't want to put ourselves in too much of a stupid situation. We should be able to sink their fleet there without a problem. So I'm not worried about that at all. We will get rid of the mercenaries at some point. We've won another siege. So that's you guys. You can now come and return over to the front line. We've got Austria moving in as well, so we do have to be careful here. Let us just group you guys up and start moving down. We're basically just going to try and keep blocking the Austrian army every time it looks like they are going to move towards us. You guys are going to move down here, and we'll see if we can use you to deal with that Brittany army. Again, let's just group all these guys up because it makes more sense. Detach a siege and then move over here. In fact, I don't think we'll be sieging anything in this province. I think we need to be in Land's End to actually siege this one out. How are we doing over here? Are we anywhere near Havana yet? No, it's going to take a little while. Have we sunk yet? Do we have like 1,000,000% attrition? Nope, not too bad. So let's just keep our eye on over here, because I don't want to be paying all my attention over there and then suddenly find out that Austria throws down a massive stack on top of me. That could be quite embarrassing. Where are you guys heading? You're heading to Perigord. I'm not sure why. But we'll try and chase you down if we can. Or at least we'll certainly try and block you off in the hope that you change your mind and go in another direction. Looks like they are actually still moving in. No, you're going to go to Bourbon now. If we go this way, we might be able to catch you. Because you've got a choice now. You can either continue your move or change it. You have changed. You're getting there on the 8th of March. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get them. I am watching this Austrian army over here because I'm quite aware that it is rather on the large side. Where are you heading? You're heading to Limousin. So if I go here and suddenly make you change your mind, you're going to get out on the 12th. And now we actually get you. Now, we do have the penalty there, and we are fighting in the mountains. But if we throw those guys in, we should be okay. Definitely keeping my eye on... oh, here's Austria's army. Right, they are going to move in... Again, farmlands. We're going to get caught out in the shallow lands here, in the flatlands, which is a little bit of a problem. They have already started to move in, so let's throw in the rest of our troops where we can. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be able to win that fight nicely. In fact, we're doing quite well because, unfortunately for them... they had a crap ton of cannons arrive before anything else. And their cannons are getting torn apart right here. We've won this little skirmish here. Let's group these guys up and move them north. And I'm very tempted now with this army just to sort of try and catch the Austrians that are heading south. And in fact, it's exactly what I'm going to try and do. They're going to try and move in here. I'm definitely not going to get there on time. If we try and move in here, yeah, that should stop them. They're just going to force march around all over the place. You're going to get out on the 18th of May. We're going to arrive on the 15th of May, which means we will be the attacker, which is not fantastic for us because we will get the river crossing penalty. However, we should be able to do a fair amount of damage to them. Yeah, we can't detach a siege here because there's nothing to siege. So let's move you into Land's End. So this should be another big blow to the Austrian army. Now, of course, if we actually wanted to make sure that we could take as much as possible... Well, we don't want to take as much as possible. We just want to take Brittany, because I don't want to get massive amounts of aggressive expansion with Austria if I can avoid it. On the other side of things... What I also want to try and do is get 100% war score. So I may have to go and siege out some of Savoy just to try and get some extra war score here. You are going to detach a siege and then move into the channel. Let's have a look at that, Admiral. How are you doing? You're here. So you're going to drop your unit off. Why can you not? Have you not technically arrived yet? Yep, won some sieges, lose 50 diplo power or 10 prestige. Let's take the prestige hit. Transport. Why can we not drop off here? How much attrition are we taking? Quite a bit. We do have a unit aboard. Can you not get off the ship? Yes. That was a little bit strange. Not sure why that wasn't working. Maybe I was clicking in the wrong place or doing something derping. Now what we'll do, we'll move in. The colonists shouldn't take too long to get there. Another 20 days. Yeah, a little bit of a fight with the natives. That's to be expected. Once the colonist gets there, we can actually dock our ship there and it'll be fine. So we have now managed to... siege out most of it. You guys are no longer needed there. In fact, the only place we're now sieging is here. So let's do that. Been looking in the wrong direction for a little while, so just having a quick look and make sure there's nothing scary going on with Austria. I'm going to group these guys up. Going to move them into Savoy while we can. And we'll actually split off a couple of sieges here. Now, I don't intend to... Oh, colonise Havana. There we go. That's another mission done. I don't intend to take anything from Savoy, though if we could, if it's possible to take something from Savoy, we will definitely go ahead and do that. What do we have here? We could invest in a new idea, which would be a diplomatic idea. And it would give us some better global tariffs. That's not going to be too useful to us right this second, mainly because we don't have any colonial governments yet. We're just going to go down to this guy, who won't be taking attrition now anyway, because he is technically on the coast, but we can dock him, so we'll go ahead and dock him there. That'll be fine. So just got one more province to siege out now in Brittany, and they're done. So we will try and siege out some of Savoy if we can, just for the war score. If we do manage to annex Savoy, if we get the opportunity to do that, then we will go ahead and do that. There is the potential, of course, that we'll end up with a bigger coalition against us, but I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem. Let's detach a siege there, and we'll move you into Franche-Comté. And that should then stop Savoy from spawning any more units. The Papal State want military access. Not sure who you're at war with. Let's have a look at missions. So, conquer Milan, become the Papal controller, or improve relations with Lorraine. Well, none of these are particularly good. We'd gain 3 prestige for improving our relations with Lorraine. I don't see the point. Conquering Milan would give us 10 prestige. Let's go for the Lorraine one, just because we can do that easily, and that would then probably mean that we could get some additional, a different quest. Now, where is Lorraine? They're up here somewhere. I can never remember which province there are. It's this one. So let's go ahead and we will improve relations. We may even, at some point, be able to diplo-vassalize Lorraine. That's perfectly possible. We could even, possibly, and it's not a bad idea, go and sit in Luxembourg. Maybe take Luxembourg from Austria. Now, obviously, I don't want to get too overextended. I also don't want to get too much aggressive expansion. It's a long game. It spans 400 years. It's quite possible to actually... I'll tell you what we are going to do, though. We're going to go ahead and jump on those guys there. It is quite possible to, you know, have more than one war. A lot of people who play this game seem to think that what you should do is take as much as possible in every single war. That is not going to end well for me. Where are you guys heading to? Because that is quite a big stack. Alsace. You're all going to Alsace. Well, we've won that. We've killed that stack, which is what I intended to do. I don't think we'll move into Luxembourg. I think... No, they've changing their mind now. They're coming south. So let's move everybody back down. And keep our eye on them, because it may be that they're coming in here to try and defend Savoy. I can't actually see them at the moment. They've disappeared, and that worries me. That worries me greatly. I would have liked to have dumped some units in Luxembourg. But let's try and deal with Savoy first. Now, are Austria still in a war with somebody else? No. So we're now the only people in a war with them, and they have just magically appeared, and they are forced marching. You guys aren't going to get out in time. Not a chance. But what we could do is we could move our units in. Yeah, we've actually made them change their mind there. We've got to be careful here, because we are taking attrition. I'm going to group and split and move some to Savoy. Because if they wanted to... Mind you, it is grassland, so... Ah, they are moving more units in there. We do have to be careful. We are losing money, because of course we are reinforcing, and we are... Wow, that is a very, very big stack now. I think what we're going to have to do, just to be safe, and we are massively over our force limit, is build all the mercenaries. And this could be a costly war if we are not too careful. Won another siege of Brittany. Okay, we've now got 100% siege on Brittany. You guys can group up. I know you're only a stack of 4 men, but you may well end up turning the tide of war, so we're going to bring you over here. You're going to go into Wallace, I assume, and then you'll probably go into Piedmont, which would be in the mountains. Now, you've got a lot of units, so I'm going to move you guys down into Savoy, because I think that's where we're going to need to drop you. You are definitely going into Piedmont, so that is fine. You guys should now go in. These guys will probably come in to reinforce, and they are doing. You guys need to try and get out of there, but I doubt you're going to make it. I'm more concerned about winning this large battle over here than winning a small skirmish up there with 4 men. As nice as it would be to escape, yeah, we're not... Actually, we are the defender, so they may well lose that battle anyway. Although Austria seems to be now throwing in the majority of their troops into that fight. So they actually pulled a bit of a double blind on me there. So Austria will win that battle. Because I don't think we're going to be able to get there quick enough. We're not going to win this fight fast enough to do anything about that. So we will lose a few units. Okay, we have won that fight and we have lost that fight. That was expensive. We're going to go down here and take this engagement. And as much as it would have been nice to have sieged out Savoy, I think what we are going to be doing is literally just trying to break Austria's army at this point. Because they are getting a little bit on the stompy side. Right, looks like they've changed their mind with a few things. Yeah, the problem we've got now with Austria is because they're not fighting anybody else, they're actually becoming quite a problem for me. So let's start heading through. Maybe we can catch a few units as we go. Now, I've got quite a decent number of units at this point, so it wouldn't be such a bad thing for me to just jump on their armies and say, well, okay, let's just dive in. So let's start moving some units closer. We are losing a lot of money. I do appreciate that. What I'm going to do, and I think it'll be safe to do that now, is I'm actually going to take this fleet and I'm going to reassign them to protecting trade wherever would give us the most money. Which would be the best? Never too sure which one to go for. What's our main trade node going to be? Let's have a look at our trade here. So it would probably be the English Channel, to be honest. Let's have a look. Where is the English Channel? It wouldn't give us all that much, actually. It'd give us a bit of trade power. But at least it'd be safe, I think. What about here? What about in Bordeaux? Bordeaux's not a bad idea. Sort by name at all? No? Bordeaux. Let's send you there then. And don't go home at war because you shouldn't need to. We should be okay there. We have a free advisor slot, Diplo. Not going to get him yet because we want to save the money, especially while we've got so many mercenaries on the go. So we'll try and win a few more wars here. Looks like Austria's about to try and throw down. Maybe we can catch them. We arrive there first. They may cancel their move because of that, or they may just carry on coming in. No, they've actually gone to reinforce in there in Savoy. So let us go and move in with the rest of our units. We will then do a consolidate at some point because it's going to be quite costly doing a lot of reinforcements. Liege have entered a alliance with Austria, which is to be expected, I suppose. We just need to keep killing as many Austrian troops as possible. Brittany is still sieged out, so that is the main thing. We just need to try and get as much war score. Unfortunately, to get the war score, we are going to have to try and go and siege some of these people out. Now, we are running out of manpower. Let's just have a very quick look at the ledger. Austria currently have 44,000 men. They have no manpower at all in the bank. They actually have a lot of mercenaries. I know we do as well, but that just proves that Austria are so short on manpower, they're relying on mercenaries completely. At this point, I'm not relying on mercenaries. I've certainly got some. We're taking a lot of hits here. Why are we the ones that actually have the terrain penalties? Because they've got a leader with like massive maneuver. Maneuver of two, yeah. I shouldn't really be the one with the massive penalties there. But we did win that fight, which I'm happy about. I'm going to go ahead and group these guys up. I'm going to consolidate the regiments. And we're going to go and march into... Well, let's just go around and clear up any of these hostile sieges if we can. I could go and chase the Austrian army around, but there's really no point in doing it. It would be a little bit of a stupid move to do. I definitely think that we should go around and try and siege out at least some provinces that belong to other people. Maybe we can go and siege out Luxembourg or something like that. Wouldn't give us a huge amount of war score against Austria, but potentially it would give us a little. Let's see if we can get into Luxembourg. We probably won't catch them. 3rd of June, 3rd of June. So we might catch them all. No, we did actually catch them. Now, they are bringing in some reinforcements. They probably will bring them in because they're going to want to try and win the war. Now, we do have the terrain penalty and the crossing penalty, which is a little bit of a pain, but we're going to do quite a bit of damage to that stack, which is really nice. We are actually making money again now. That's mainly because we've consolidated, so we're not having to reinforce quite so heavily. And also because we've now got our ships protecting trade again. So that's definitely going to help. So, because we've got the Art of War expansion installed, even though we have sieged out 100% of Brittany, we only have 46% war score. And the reason for that is, if we actually look at the diplomatic map mode, you look at all the red area. All the red area is the people that we are at war against. And we are unable to get 100% war score unless we siege out 100% of the red area. However, it's worth noting that if we've been at war for 5 years or more, then we only need to siege out Brittany. So that's not going to be too much of a problem. I should probably split off a couple of units here. Let's just select the army. Let us go and create a new unit. Just move out a couple of infantry. Maybe 3. Select this unit. We'll march them over and put them in Artois. Maybe we can siege out Artois because we do have a core on Artois, so it would be nice if we could get that. But we're at the 20-minute mark, so it's a good place to end here. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying EU4 as France, and I'll see you on the next video. Until then, goodbye for now.